certainly. Yes, that's it, guys. I can see our face on YouTube now, and today we are talking about the songs. The title is Music, Culture, and Identity, okay? The first question is how globalization diluted enriched regional music traditions? Yes, this happened. This is a true question. I don't know. Luis Carlos, can you start? Would you like to start?
Okay, about the question number one, I think that globalization has a bad influence on how we listen music because in nowadays we have a homogenic kind of music, you know. Everyone is listening the same things, everyone like the same things. Doesn't matter which part of the world you are. And I believe that the use of apps like Spotify, Deezer, and this kind of things is not good because you consume a, a huge amount of music, but you don't really listen by the heart, you know, because when you grow up, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, so you had time to listen music, to feel music, you know. And nowadays, no, it just it's like a small talk, you know. Music lose your influence nowadays, you know. Something like that, I think.
Yeah, it's not a easy question to answer. I have some, how can I say this? Some prejudice about some new music, new songs, because my the kind of songs that I like it was shaped, like you said, in 80s, in the 90s. I not I born in 80, but I grew in 90s. But was influenced by globalization. I believe globalization can enrich our culture when we can see the different kind of culture. I was influenced more with rock and roll, this thing, but I just like the idea that replace the cultural kinds of song, the song traditional. I believe it need to have some balance with that. But like you said, is nowadays is like everybody is listening the same kind of song. The song don't is different one from one artist from the other. I don't know what's happened, but is when I listen a popular song, is like I listen the same the same artist. I need to see if he, because I can't difference one the other, is shaped in the same formats, the same way, with the same kind of instruments. I don't know what happened with that. I believe is part of the industry that made things for only have money, don't have hurt inside that. And people nowadays don't go to radio to listen from radio stations, only from streams. But I know the radio stations is the owners is the same families, uh, the same owners. I believe maybe is the owners from the records studios. I don't know what happened. Uh, to me is not good, this kind of globalization. Yes, it happened the same in streamings like Spotify or these things. When I see the playlist, I see the same artist. It's kind of a lobby to have the same kind of music. Yes, because that's I have a little prejudice. But my mind was, as I said, my mind was shaped in the 90s, 20s, and maybe I'm becoming old. Yes, conservative with that. But I would like to know about opinion about the people, youngest people than me. Yes, to understand. Yeah. Okay. Iago, what's your opinion?
I I think that globalization diluted music. I agree with you guys because I always think that I'm listening to the same things, even if from different artists. I like pop music, so it's really easy to follow the thing that I'm listening the same thing from different artists because I always feel that everyone is working with the same producers, and I think that that's something that always catches me a little bit because the music can be very similar. For example, I always think in pop music on 2000 that was shaped by Max Martin. I think that almost everyone knows who he is. Just one of the biggest producers of all time. And the late 90s and 20, 2000s music, it's very similar just because of him. You know, if you think of Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, and a lot of pop singers from back then, the music can be very similar. Not bad because he's really good. I really like this kind of music, but I think that you make you it's like a formula that oh this works, so we can do this for a lot of different things, a lot of different artists, and everyone will like it. It will probably work, but I also don't know how that happens now because I don't know, maybe with TikTok, for example, that you have really specific niches in this kind of social media. I really don't know how that happens now. But I think that globalization more diluted more than enriched musical traditions, I think.
Thank you for your contribution, Iago. Your opinion is very good too. I know this kind of mind bands. You talk about Backstreet Boys. It is in my teenagers, people watching a lot, and I didn't like this kind of song, but nowadays, when I compare with the things that we have nowadays, I feel I miss this because was not a kind of song that I like it, but to I think it was more had more creativity to make this kind of song. Yeah, I can appreciate respect this kind of song more than the time that I was in the talk. Thank you. Yeah. In your opinion, Ayla, can you give your opinion?
Um, I think both. I think globalization can dilute or rated regional music. Um, I mean, I think globalization has a big impact on regional music because one hand it helps local artists, for example, reach the international audience more easily. I think nowadays there are some platforms like YouTube, Spotify, social media And I think traditional music styles can now be shared so easily, discovered so easily, and appreciated by people around the world. On the other hand, globalization also brings challenge because I think there is a situation here from Belém. It's interesting because Bega is so strong, but nowadays there is techno Bega, and old people like me, generally they don't like it. They don't appreciate because they say, "Oh, I think this style can lose uh, uh, lose unique identity from the of the traditional Bega." And I agree. I agree that it's another style, another way to like they try to update the traditional Bega. So it's curious, and because this, I think sometimes traditional element from our identity, our culture might be replaced, or replaced or forgetting over time. So I consider it's a reality. And yeah, for me, there is pros and cons.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, I was in some festivities of Junin, Junai. How can I say that? Essas Juninas festivities. And I was there in some kind of songs, like forró was replaced with pisadinha, these things that is a new culture, but for people that would like to see the traditional festivities, party was kind of invasion, yeah, because it's time to people sing and dance forró, yeah, and I like go to a place to see traditional song when I is a traditional festivity. And nowadays, like I said, Brega is have electronic inside, and I see in the forró electronic side too. Uh, I just like this kind of thing. I'm not conservative in many parts of things, but from cultural things, I feel bad. I feel sad with that. Okay, Julia have some issue. We don't. It's possible to answer. Luis, I would like to add something about the first question.
No, no, but I think that unfortunately we are in a high level where the popularity is more important than connection, because everyone wanna just listen some artists because they had a lot of plays on music apps, and I think that this is sad because you don't have more diversity, like Iago said before in 2000s. We had Backstreet Boys, we had NSYNC, we had Britney Spears, we had so many artists, good, brilliant artists that we don't have more this diversity. So now it's so homogenic nowadays that everything becomes so boring about music. Not only music, but in movies, in games. It's so strange. if you think about the Britney Spears career, for instance, all the records of Britney Spears is very different from each other, you know. So it's a if because we are just talking about pop music, and I think nowadays is everything so bored again.
No, I totally agree with you. I would like to ask to you, do you think this is because the industry was is smaller and have controlled the kind of production because were expensive and selected more the artists in the production of this, or because I can see that happen, and nowadays it's is easier and better for small artists have the how can I say, produce songs by themselves. Don't need a lot of money to produce something. Only produce the music and go from internet from and make it by herself the song. I don't know if this is because the selection uh, on product things was kind of filter. What do you think about this?
Well, I don't believe that is only industry thing. I think it's a behavior thing because nowadays, with the apps, and nowadays usually regular people like us, we don't have time to listen music. Everyone here have so much task to do in our everyday routine that it's impossible to listen music like in the 90s or early 2000s. And I think that is this. You don't have more time to listen music. You are, and it's so easy to find music nowadays. With an app, you can have a lot of access. It's very different from the 90s that you have to wait uh, a CD or a vinyl, you know. For instance, if you think, falar rapidão em português, você pensar, até 1950, a maioria das pessoas só escutava uma música uma vez na vida, só depois que você ouve vinil, entendeu? Então você vê, 1950, pertinho, sabe? Então é um monte de coisa errada.
Yeah,
Existe.
yeah. Before that, people only need to go some place to see a live
Yes.
concert. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's go to. Would you like to choose some question to answer, Luis?
Oh. Well, question number 4. Is music an effective tool for activism or not? Yes, it's very effective. It is very necessary as well. I think it's this. Question number 4.
Okay. Ayla, what do you think about the question number 4?
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree with Luis. I think music is a powerful way to influence people. And I remember because I grew up listening to Brazilian rock, and I remember the lyrics from Barão Vermelho, Titãs, and it was incredible because this kind of lyric help us to reflect about society, reflect about our feelings, maybe our relationship, and without pressure, So, and it was good. I remember this, and I would like to have this kind of song again because I don't know, but I think eu sou suspeita because I come from this generation, but sometimes I miss this band, like this this kind of song makes me feel sometimes hopeful, sometimes hopeless. But in general, I felt so good. Yeah, so excited.
Yeah, yeah. Some nostalgic here. About I was remember about you said about Barão Vermelho was one of the best band playing live playing that I was in a concert. Was amazing and not with Cazuza but with Frejá, but it was an amazing concert. Titãs, these things made me be the people that I am, question things and thinking about things, yeah? Think about society and like you said about hope and hopeless. Yes, one is Titan, Titans is one of my my favorite bands. Yes. Uh, each days I was listen Leisure Urbana. This is everything is amazing. Yes, my answer for the question number 40 is yes. It's necessary bands that have some kind of activism to put us to think about the thing that is happening. Yeah. And for you, Iago, take your turn.
Yes, I agree. I think that every cultural product is a product for the times that we live, and it's a reflection for what we are living as society, so that can be translated through music. So I I think that music can be really effective for activism, and I think that from most of cultural products like other kind of medias like movies or books, I think that music is it's an easier tool for it because it's really easy to connect with music. You know, you can listen and that's it. You can understand the message or not. And and I think that music it's more easy to connect with our emotions. So because of it, I think that it's a better uh, product for this kind of thing, even if it's not the the artist intuition by doing the song, but you know, when we listen something, when we read or watch something, we can add more meaning to that than the artist wants to say. So I think that's something really nice about music because everyone can understand something different. It's not only just one thing, you know.
Thank you, Iago. The microphone is open. Ayla or Luis, do you have some addition? Not? Okay. Iago, would you like to choose some question for us?
Um, I think the number 7. Is it possible for artists to balance commercial success with authentic production? I am not sure because I always feel that when an artist wants to be really authentic, and that's something always great, but when that is something that happens, not every time is really well accepted by the audience. uh, I will speak by myself. I listen a lot of pop music, love pop music. So I listen a lot of people that start by starting this path. You know, it's really commercial and is doing a lot of hits and it's famous for, I don't know, maybe 5 songs maximum. And when the artist tries to do something a little bit out of it, the main audience doesn't like, thinks that it's strange or that it's trying to emulate another artist. And I don't know, I don't think that it's fair enough. It's okay if you don't like it, but I think that it's always nice when artist wants to be more in control and tries to be more creative and more authentic. But I don't think that it's a balance that it's possible to reach unless you're Lady Gaga.
Yeah, maybe the artists need to choose receive money to survive, or do things by the heart. I don't know if this is happen as with the great artist, great not for great for great good, or but be great or be famous. Maybe when you are famous, the artists are famous a lot. Maybe can do things by by choice because are famous. Yes, but the people that was growing in career maybe it's not so good to this because I don't know, the public have some expectation. We like to answer the same way from the artists that we love to. Is a little unfair, but it's a kind of expectation that we have. Yeah, when I go to listen some band that deliver a new album, I like to listen the same kind of voice, the same kind of when I listen some different take a little time to accept that. Yes, maybe this gap will not be good for the artist. I think I agree with you, Iago. And is maybe it's impossible for artists that do everything by authenticity and uh, work with heart to make things. And in your opinion, Ayla, what do you think?
So, I'm not sure, but I think it's possible, but it's not always easy because so when there is uh, uh, money in situation, I think it's complicated. But yeah, sometimes we can see some artists that uh, they are able to achieve commercial success without losing their authenticity. But I think that's we can we care. I can, I don't know. I forgot how this conversation, but I think it's sometimes there is a, a challenge like a clear artistic vision, maybe, and sometimes there is could some artists decide to follow their own vision and then to follow, for example, to follow trends to be successful. And yeah, I think in general, I think it's possible, but not always easy. That it depends on.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ayla. We have some artists that how can I say uh, furam a bolha, yeah, with hurt, but it's not easy. But when this happen, the artist will be very, very great. Like Michael Jackson, that was shaping one entire generation of different song, or maybe Elvis or Chuck Berry's, Mozart. Was artists that changed the generation because was authentic, but this is rarely, yeah. I don't. It's not impossible, but is rarely. And when this happen, usually the artist is very very good. I think that, and I agree with you too, Ayla. And Luis, what do you think about?
Well, I was thinking here. I think that is possible for the arts have balance between commercial and authentic production because it's very different. You talked about Michael Jackson, for instance, the difference of fortunes between Lady Gaga and Michael Jackson is a huge difference because Michael Jackson is 10 plus more than Lady Gaga, because nowadays artists, even the big ones, they don't sell records anymore. So you don't have the source of money. So nowadays, everyone, again, even the big arts, is struggling to sell shows and this kind of things. But I think I think there's a be authentic. It's very complicated. You said Mozart. Mozart died very poor. Uh, very, very poor. Elvis was poor. He was not rich. Rich was his manager. And it's very complicated, but I do not believe that arts will be rich like before, Nowadays they don't have money, they only have popularity. Yes, they have money, but not like the 80s, It's 70s.
Yeah, yeah. No, this the money came from the shows, the concert,
Yes, yes.
not more for the producer. But like you said, the manager was the guy that be rich. Yeah, the artist
Yes, yes. Never
is
the
complicated.
arts.
Yeah, every time have the some problem with that. Era have problem with the time that the success and the from the songs, the artist, and the time that the artist is alive. Yeah, yes, it's complicated. Okay, have one that don't make the question. I don't know, remember. Were you Luis or Ayla? I don't know. Remember. Ayla
Ayla.
não foi, não foi.
Ayla.
Ayla. Ayla, please choose one question for us.
Okay. Yeah. Number 8. What emotions do you associate with the music from your childhood? So, I think I remember when I during my childhood I listened to a lot uh, uh, children music. I don't know, like Balão Mágico. And oh my gosh, I love it. This song, this band, I think, and it was so magical. Because the I think uh, I think it makes me feel creative, and so I think this kind of songs I remember. Uh, there was a good influence on our imagination. So, and I remember this, and nowadays I sometimes I miss something like this in children universe because uh, I remember how I like it and how I could use it this song to improve my studies when I was a child, when because I was learning uh, Portuguese, and I remember in my on my class, my teacher used this song to teach us, and till they like it, this kind of thing because you can use our imagination and it's the to the universe in this that's the way I think learning becomes joyful I think and it children start to enjoy to learn and yeah I I think I'm nostalgic today.
You have
That's it.
thank you for this good feeling, Ayla. You remember, you remember very well about this? Uh, the Balão Mágico is very good. I listened a lot. I had one tape, yes. Uh, I received by gift for someone I don't remember. The Xuxa. I listened a lot Xuxa tape when I was children. Yeah, I believe it was one of the first tape that I had, and I listened a lot. Yes, but I remember the other songs that shaped my mind. I remember the songs from Dire Street. My dad had this tape from Dire Street and uh, how the name not Frank Fritz, no, the other. Uh, I forgot the name. It was very good to me, but this song that I remember I growing singing was Nenhum de Nós. I remember it's very good band. I love it. This is when I listen a song from Nenhum de Nós. I remember the good time from my teenagers in my pre-teenager age. Yes, very good. And you, Iago, you remember something?
I don't think that when I was a kid, I used to listen like music for children. The only thing that I can remember is Eliana, the apresentadora. I remember that I had a CD from her, but I think that every everything that I will listen back then, it was something that my grandmother or my mother used to listen. That it was a lot of Leandro e Leonardo. I forgot her name now. Uh, but Zezé de Camargo e Luciano. But I don't like this kind of song. But that's one that I'm really attached. That is Elton John. My mom used to listen a lot, and I think that Elton John is still one of the greatest that we have till now. His music is amazing, and I love everything. Uh, but yeah, I think that that's it. And about emotions, I don't know. I feel that cozy. I don't know how to say this, but I feel this feeling of like being hugged.
Understand you very well. Yeah, you talk about Leandro Leonardo. I have some problem because my name is Leandro, and every time the people said about this, yeah, where's the Leonardo? Oh my God, I feel very very angry with that. Yeah, but it was time that I remember when I was a kid, my kind of music that I like it. Was not so shaped, and I used to sing some song from Leonardo, this thing that was in top music. I don't have problem with that. I used to talk to sing a song from. In this time, had a lot of programs for children in television, and had a lot of bands from children. Yeah, Trem da Alegria, these things. You know, I was kids and I sing these songs. Yeah, it was a good time. And you, Luis, what's your opinion about this question?
Well, in my childhood was totally fueled by the Disney, because when I was young, we had a collection of small vinyls that we had the histories told in the musically. It was very beautiful. I love these ones. And I have a vinyl here do Balão Mágico signing Simone. I try to find there, but I can't find now because my wife is working in another room, and I have the vinil assinado pela Simone aqui. É dela, da minha esposa, aliás. Né? Então, good memories, good memories.
Very good, it's amazing that. Yes, was a good time. Yeah, I had one, but I was not so kid. But my brother is 4 years younger than me. We had a collection from Disney too, but it was a tape video songs, and I know all the songs from from by memory from the Disney. Yes, Aladdin, Rei Leão, these things, and I know everything because I listen a lot. That's it, guys. The end of this conversation, but the microphone is open for everybody that would like to add something. Go ahead, go ahead. Open microphone. Ayla, Iago, Luis, would like to share something?
Well, great immersion is always a pleasure to talk about music. It's good to see Iago again, and it was a good immersion. Nice day.
Okay, guys, thank you for came. I ever like it see you here, and Ayla, the next will be about about the heart. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
good
yeah,
subject.
yeah. I need to I need to take you with talk about feelings. I like, but today was not a good day to talk about this. Guys, thank you for came, and I hope to see you again here. And that's it, guys. Ida, Iago, and Luis. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
came.
Leandro. Thank you, guys. Bye
Thank
See
you,
bye.
you.
guys.